Because we're beautiful. Future.
Forever.
My regular niffler.
Hello beautiful people, how's it going? I am back with another video and it is October 31st, which means today is the final day of Spooktober. And you guys are actually very lucky this year because I am a huge procrastinator and I have been procrastinating making videos for the longest time now, so you guys are actually going to get videos uploaded on the day they were filmed, which is something that I haven't done in a while now. As I stated just a second ago, today is October 31st, which means tomorrow is going to be November 1st. Which means we are 15 days away from Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald. I know! We have been on a journey for the past year of my life, as you can see right over there. We've waited for this moment. We've waited for this moment for a very, very long time. I mean, you could relatively say that we are under 3 weeks until the release of the new film. It feels good. Now today's video is going to be a little different. Today I wanted to discuss a specific character from The Crimes of Grindelwald, and that is Gellert Grindelwald himself. One of the reasons I was motivated to do this is because there was an official screening where they screened 25 minutes of the film in China at the Chinese premiere of the movie on October 27th. And from that we received a lot of new information. Nothing too spoilery, and the spoilers are stuff I'm gonna leave out in this video because I noticed that a couple of you are very, very unhappy with the fact that I may or may not be, in a way, spoiling the film for the entire universe on my channel. Now one thing I did want to focus on that I tended to focus on in a lot of my other videos is clues that were given to us from the Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald soundtrack, which is due for release I think on November 14th, 2 days before the film is set to be released, which is very exciting because it means we get to listen to the soundtrack and be very emotional and just cry. There is a specific track in the soundtrack that I wanted to talk about, and it's track number 10 entitled Blood Pact. I have been wondering for weeks about what this Blood Pact could possibly mean, and I thought about whether or not we have seen a Blood Pact in the Harry Potter universe. Now what I did come to the conclusion to was the fact that we kind of have in a way, but it's not at all what this specific Blood Pact is referring to. Immediately when I thought of a pact, I thought of the Unbreakable Vow, which is something we saw when Narcissa Malfoy and Severus Snape made an unbreakable vow, and that Snape would help Draco to assist him on his path to killing Dumbledore. Which, by the way, kind of justifies Snape's character. If any of you guys are still Snape haters, I don't understand. Now the reason I think this is completely different from a Blood Pact is because we actually know that in the Fantastic Beasts: Crimes of Grindelwald film, we're going to be introduced to a character who has made a Blood Pact before, and that is Yusuf Kama. In Yusuf Kama's character description in the film, we actually get to know that Yusuf Kama has made an unbreakable vow to help find Credence. For some apparent reason. I do think they might be related, but that's again another video. But just to get to the point of what I was saying, we now understand from that information we can just assume that a Blood Pact and a unbreakable vow are completely different things. Now in the actual Google definition of a Blood Pact, we understand that for a Blood Pact to happen, people will need to shed blood in a certain container or have to shake hands as they're bleeding to kind of just consolidate either an emotion or an action or something like that. I'm not sure what the consequences of it in the wizarding world would be, but I'm assuming that it's very bad. Because I think the reason Dumbledore can't move against Grindelwald is because they made a Blood Pact as children. Now I know a lot of you have been very, very upset at the fact that apparently the Dumbledore and Grindelwald relationship was not going to be explicit in the Crimes of Grindelwald films. But as you guys know, I stated a lot of times before, it's very clear that the relationship between Dumbledore and Grindelwald is going to be very, very, very prominent in the films, as of the trailers in which we've seen Dumbledore staring into the mirror of Erised and seeing Grindelwald, even seeing him as they were kids. It's very prominent and it's very out there. In fact, in the screening of the final trailer that they held in New York, Ezra Miller stated that people who are digging themselves into a hole by saying that Dumbledore and Grindelwald were just friends are going to have a very hard time with this film. So for me personally, even though I never really cared, it is very, very interesting to get to see that kind of relationship being portrayed in the big screen, and let alone in the entire Harry Potter universe. What I do feel, however, is that Dumbledore and Grindelwald's relationship is going to be much more complicated than we think it is. Over the past couple of months, I've made a lot of theories on whether Dumbledore and Grindelwald's relationship was only one-sided and that Dumbledore was being manipulated by Grindelwald, which led to him having his very, very manipulative tendencies, which apparently we will get to see a lot in these films, or whether they actually did have feelings for each other and they just drifted apart because Dumbledore realized that Grindelwald was after very, very, very dangerous and dark magic. One of you just commented, "I support your thoughts." Thank you. I support you. Now you guys know that I'm a very, very huge Harry Potter and Fantastic Beasts collector. Not only a person who really enjoys the content, I really enjoy buying Harry Potter merchandise, so I like to keep myself updated with all of the new products that we get released and new images of new products that I know I will buy very, very soon into the future. Hopefully, obviously. So as of a couple of weeks ago, Noble Collection released an item called Grindelwald's Pendant, which is something that I will show you guys right now. In the actual picture of the pendant, you actually can't see a lot of detail on it, but a lot of people have actually had the chance to be lucky enough to purchase the pendant early, and let me tell you guys, the pendant is literally signed GD for Gellert or Grindelwald and Dumbledore, and that says a lot. And originally it got me thinking, what could possibly be so meaningful for Grindelwald to actually carry with him in the entire film, because you can actually see him wearing it in one of the trailers, that would also have his initials and Dumbledore's initials printed together. I mean, what kind of magic would that be? And then I made the connection that there might be a chance that that pendant and the Blood Pact, if it is a Blood Pact that Grindelwald and Dumbledore made together, might actually be related. And there might even be a slight chance that the reason Grindelwald keeps it with him is because it reminds him of his friend from when they were kids, and that's Dumbledore. And maybe the blood that they shared has somehow been put into this pendant, this crazy artifact which Grindelwald keeps so close to him. It's a very, very interesting theory, but my only issue is that I don't actually know what this Blood Pact would do, or why it's allowing Dumbledore to not be able to move against Grindelwald. This is one of the biggest questions that arises from the Fantastic Beasts trailers. It's actually crazy, because Dumbledore actually says it in all 3 of the trailers. It's actually getting annoying now, but it's okay, because we're only 15 days away from the film, which is a really good feeling. I mean, it feels good to know that we have come this far. Now there is one last thing that I would really like to mention to all of you beautiful people, and that is the fact that I have no idea what is going on with that skull in Grindelwald's arms in every single one of the trailers. I mean, I have tried to piece this apart for literally weeks and tried to make a theory on it, but it has just not worked out because I don't understand what it could be. There have been a lot of theories online on whether it could be a thing that kind of brings people back from the dead, which is the reason they use it in the mausoleum of the Lestrange family. However, I'm not sure because we don't have any concrete evidence. There is no trailer and no footage whatsoever that shows us any way or shape or form of what this skull can do. However, it is very prominent because it is shown in almost every single scene that Grindelwald is in the film, including in the new TV spots. You can actually see him holding it. You can see Vinda Rosier holding it. It is a very, very, very prominent prop. In fact, I actually wish that Noble Collection would make a replica of it, because I want it. I mean, I do want it. I don't understand what it is or what its use is, but I know that I do want it, which means that I just need it in my display. I mean, look at this. And there you have it, guys. That was my video on Grindelwald and Dumbledore's Blood Pact in the Crimes of Grindelwald. I really, really do hope that when this movie does come out, I can come back to all of these theories and feel like I actually did a good job. Because it would be actually hilarious if none of these turned out right. I would like to mention that, again, I have not rearranged my bookshelves yet. I have been focused on making Fantastic Beasts videos for all of you beautiful people. The pops are actually just there in the corner. And it's crazy because they look like a mess. But again, I also said that I wouldn't put them up until I did a video like on them, like rearranging my bookshelves. So don't worry, that is coming very, very soon. And by soon, I mean Saturday. So thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave me a like and a comment down below. And subscribe to my channel to see a lot more Harry Potter content and Fantastic Beasts content. Now I'm starting to feel like it should be a lot more Fantastic Beasts content, because the past month has just all been Fantastic Beasts information. I mean, after all, it is kind of the reason that I started this channel. But again, the reason I started this channel was to kind of justify my obsession. And by the way, speaking of channel, we reached 9K subscribers. Wow. Thank you all so much for all of your love and support. You guys are amazing, and it's just amazing. Like, at the moment, I'm receiving around 50 subscribers a day, which is just insane. Like, 50 new people every single day join our family. That's amazing, and that makes me super happy, and I am honestly so appreciative of every single one of you. You guys are amazing, and I literally wouldn't be making these videos without the constant support you guys are giving me. Honestly, it is fantastic. And I'm not even gonna laugh because, you know, I've made that joke a million times, and it's just not a joke anymore because you guys are fantastic. So thank you all so much for watching again. Bye, guys. Oh, damn it. Bye guys. That was fun.